These guys got some new grass today. And look here, look at this operation. Hello, Magdalene. What are you doing, girlfriend? You enjoying that sunshine? Nice, look at this. This is cool. This is interesting. Look at all of these guys enjoying grass.
You want to pet it?
Oh yes, hey little one. Go enjoy the grass. Oh,
look at this cool hat.
Look at his cool hat. That's neat.
So fast, look at that.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Rocket Man.
No, not Rocket Man.
Chief.
No.
All right, I'm gonna show y'all what we got going on in here. So this is one of our brooders. It's propped up here so that the birds can get underneath it and get out of any rain. But for the most part, they'll be out here walking in the grass. So they were just getting big for the brooders, and we had the ducks and the geese out here, and we're moving the bigger chickens out because the littler chickens that were in with them were getting picked on really badly. So now they'll be out here until we get all of our, like the duck house and the coop built. We've got a little ways, like a few weeks, that this will work. Obviously it's not a long-term solution, but it'll work for a couple weeks so we can get everything built. They're just freaking out over food right now. They have not learned to scratch through the grass. Now the ducks and the geese know how to go through the grass, and some of the chickens are starting to figure it out. It's a lot of birds. Hey guys! God, they made that so dirty so fast.
I know, but we put it down here so that way all the splash is like running away from the field that the rest of everything's in.
Ducks are disgusting, and they make such a mess out of water. I love how they're all clustering around this one feeder when there are literally like 5 other feeders all over the place.
Actually, there's 5 red feeders.
Oh, he
and
just caught a little worm out of the ground. Good job, guy, girl, whoever you are. This is such a pretty little posse. Those are Cayuga ducks and buff geese. We have 5 geese, 4 females and 1 male, and then how many ducks do we have? 15. Here we've got white copper Marans. I can really tell which ones those are because they've got really feathery legs. We have a lot of Cochins, and I can tell which ones those are because they look like they're wearing fluffy pants. We've got some Cuckoo Marans, I can see those. Definitely have several Americanas that I can identify, as well as some blue-laced red Wyandottes. I can tell which ones are the crested cream leg bars, but some of the breeds that we have, like the Whiting True Blues and Whiting True Greens, I'm not 100% sure which ones those are. How many runs of fence is this? How big is this space?
It's 160. It's the one. This is the 164 run.
This is a 164-foot run of fence?
Yes.
Okay. The only problem with brooding this many birds at once is that they just end up kind of wild. Whenever you have a handful of chickens that you're brooding at the same time, you can handle them enough for them to know you and be really friendly. But we've always done it this way where we do a lot at the same time, and so like they don't let me just come pick them up. However, I will spend time with them, just like coming out and bringing them treats, and there will end up being a few that are just friendlier by nature that'll be like lap chickens. I have a couple of lap chickens, and that's okay with me. See the geese going after the grass? They will grow really fast now that they're out on this grass, and eventually we're gonna have them where they can just go through this pasture. Geese eat a lot of grass, and they'll literally mow a pasture if you give them access to it. Look at this Cochin in her little fluffy pants. The kids are back there searching for worms underneath the rocks to give to the chicks. The plan is to integrate about 20 of maybe like 30, actually yeah, 30. To integrate about 30 of these layers into our coop out by the garden, which we're bringing that fence down so they'll have that whole area of cleared woods in with the male animals, and the ducks will be out there too, but we're building a separate house for the ducks, and those will be out there. And then we're also going to build a chickshaw off of Justin Rhodes' design and be able to move them in this fence throughout this pasture and have another essentially coop of layers. What do you got, man?
So mommy, what you got?
You got lots of worms, huh?
I like how he's chanting. ready?
You gonna throw it in?
Okay, Ben, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
So many worms.
We gotta find them.
Dad,
Well, this is anticlimactic. Ducks and geese just get so big but stay so fluffy. You know, like they get so big before they get feathers. Chickens are still small and have all their feathers. Hey, little birds. God, they're getting big. Hey, ladies. These girls here. Your hairdresser's coming soon. You're gonna look so chic. Hey, goaties. Hey, Nestle. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Winona. Hey, love. Beautiful love. How are you? I've been keeping an eye on her because when I got her, she had just passed a blood test to say she was pregnant, but her levels were low, so she couldn't have been very pregnant when they took the test. So she should be due, I wasn't sure like how pregnant she was. I was thinking she would be due from the end of May to like the end of June. I got her at the end of January. And when I got her, I also got Ross Poldark with her. And when I got Ross Poldark, I put a couple of my girls in with him for about a week. Maggie, Margot, and I can't remember if I put Clover and Anna in. I need to go back and double check that. But I've been watching them for signs of pregnancy, and I would say Margot is not bred, but I think Maggie maybe, and so they would be due in June as well. So all of that was a little bit unorganized, but we are, one of the things on our to-do list is to build a stretch of fence to have a breeding area, like a yard that already has a little structure over there, and that way we can put our new buck, Thorin, in with the Nubians that we want to breed, because we can breed them for fall. And we're thinking that's what we're going to do, is breed a few of our Nubians for fall, and then we'll breed everybody for the following spring. We have Mabel in milk right now, which is good. Like, she's a really good milker. It's not a lot of milk. I like when I have lots of goats in milk, because then I can make cheese and yogurt and all of that, but I'm also thankful right now that we don't have that on our plate, because with getting the high tunnel up and just all the expansion that we're doing, getting all of these birds in and getting them established, obviously we won't be doing that every year. It's just getting some breeding stock established of things. And I think next year will be a much better year for us to be focusing a lot on having baby goats, because all the things we're establishing this year will be established next year. So these ladies are just living the good life, getting lots of treats. See, I think she could be bred. She looks bred to me, and she's being her normal lazy pregnant self. Maggie's usually very mischievous unless she's pregnant, in which case she's a total diva about it. Here goes the worm hunt. Sweet Maya is such a little child inside. Like, he'll be helping the kids with something like this, but he gets so into it. Hey dude, what's up? Did y'all find a bunch of worms?
We're working on it.
So if you're the one carrying the platter of worms, does that make you the chicken waiter?
Chicken waiter?
Yeah, you're like the waiter for the chickens at their restaurant?
Yeah, and then Dad's gonna like just throws them in there.
So you could go up and say, who ordered the deluxe worm platter?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
We never did finish getting this field cleaned up. You can see there's just branches and these rocks everywhere. For those of you who commented on all of our rock in our hobbit garden, you can see here it's just all over the place. That's all the ground is here. We could build just tons of those garden beds with the rock we have. Sometimes I just want to take a picture of something like this though, when people are like, why don't you garden in the ground more? You should garden in the ground more. And I just want to send people this. This is what my ground looks like. This field's growing more grass than I thought it would though, without us getting it harrowed. See, look at this. So much rock. I keep asking him questions and he's not hearing me because he's so into this.
I can't keep track.
You can keep track. It's platter, not the mini platter.
Look, this is what platter do you want?
Oh man, it's too squirmy, squirming out of my hands. I gotta keep digging.
These things are squirmy.
You'll never escape us.
Whoa.
Ezra, hit the mother load. We struck gold. Look at them all. Here, Ben, hurry. Look. They're everywhere.
Look like you put these on the plate. They're even on me.
I know, they're crawling all over you.
People are like, you have 5 boys? I'm like, well, 6 if you count my husband. You can see he acts like one. Hey, little ladies. Hey. Hey, little darlings. What's up? Oh, bear. I'm about to spend some time out here we just got so much rain, and now we have some really sunny, nice days on the forecast, and so I want to get everything planted right now that the soil's still really wet, and I won't have to water it in a whole lot, and then we've got good warm days for germination, so I want to get all the planting finished, hopefully today. Hey, Jack.
Hey.
What's up?
Digging your dirt.
Moving my dirt. Good job, you're doing awesome. Thank you, baby. Jackson has asked us to give him opportunities to earn money this summer, and we are doing that. So you see him doing things like moving dirt. I'm gonna go into the garden and pick some kale for my juice this afternoon. Can you guys see all those little fluffy seeds falling through the air? Those seriously are so whimsical to me. I'm not sure exactly what they are. They look like little puff balls. Whatever it is, I have a lot of them around here. And this time of year, sometimes you'll come out and it's just like raining these little fluffy seeds. And it just, I don't know, it makes me think of angels. My giant kale. I'm gonna pick some of this to go in my juice. I just try to pick the bigger, lower leaves, which will give the smaller leaves an opportunity to get bigger. Oh, lovely. This one's covered with little wormies. I am growing lots of kale right now, and that is one of the main ingredients in the juice that I drink regularly. I kind of got out of the habit of juicing when all the coronavirus stuff first started happening, because I didn't go anywhere. I was staying home, and I didn't go to the grocery store for but like once every other week, so I wasn't able to buy as much fresh stuff. And now I'm juicing a lot of what's growing in the garden, and then adding some things from the grocery store like apples and lemons and stuff like that. And then I'm doing kale out of the garden. I've done some beets out of the garden, and here before too long I'll have cucumbers that I can juice as well. I have a video that I made about juicing that I'll link that kind of shows you what we do and what we use, but I definitely feel better whenever I do it, and that's what this stuff is going to. With all those little worms that are on here, what I'll do, hey, you wanna carry this upstairs with me?
I guess so.
Okay, turn Daddy's flashlight off so it's not dead whenever he needs to use it. Okay, put it down. And carry those upstairs. We need to soak them in the sink. Okay, grab the whole thing like a big bouquet. You got it?
Yeah.
So to alleviate those little wormies that were on this kale, I'm gonna go fill up the kitchen sink with water and just soak them in there. And I usually I have a cleaner concentrate. It's like an essential oil cleaner concentrate that I will put just a few drops in the sink of water. And that's what I do when I bring anything like that in from the garden, or like when I pick blackberries on the roadside, is I'll just soak them in that stuff. And what'll end up happening is all that stuff kind of detaches from the plants, and they'll be floating on the top. And I can just drain it and rinse them off really well, and then not eat bugs, which is preferable. Well, I'm gonna get to my lunch. I actually have a lot more that I have to do today, but I'm gonna split this up into 2 vlogs so that it's not just impossibly long, because we have a lot of stuff to do this evening. Putting the plastic up on the greenhouse is kind of a huge deal, and I am determined to get everything planted. So I will be back with you guys later today. You will be back with me the next day. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I bless you. Until next time.